So this is going to be a bit of a silly topic about HellDivers 2 I figured I want to talk about. Now this one particular item in the game has been pushed back, I guess is the best way to put it. It has been pushed back not once, not twice, but 3 times at least from what I am aware of personally. Now, I've been playing a lot of Helldivers 2. I'm pretty sure a lot of you folks have heard about this game by now. One of the most popular games so far of 2024. Now, before I do get started with this silly little discussion video, I do have a quick announcement I would like to make. So, in my last video, I was talking about how Call of Duty Black Ops 6 was basically being overhyped, and I expressed my opinion on why I think Black Ops 6 was being overhyped. And surprisingly, that video has garnered over 3.3k views and over 40 likes. Well, I think it has 49 likes now by the time of the recording of this video. I don't think I've ever gotten this much, I guess, attention drawn to my channel when it comes to at least this kind of topic with Call of Duty. The last time I had this kind of attention for a video was, I think, 2 years ago when I was talking about the Overwatch situation. And that video alone had, like, I think 3.9k views and, like, over 30 likes. And here we are now, 2 years later, where I basically hit a similar milestone with at least over 40 likes and over 3.k views. So I just want to thank everyone for taking the time to watch that video and just watch me ramble on like a buffoon. That actually does mean a lot to me. And keep in mind, that video has only been up for like 2 days, and it's still climbing. So either I have a good handful of people that agree with me on the fact that, yeah, Black Ops 6 is being overhyped, or I just really struck a nerve with the Call of Duty fanboys, and they're basically going to declare war on me just because I have a different opinion. It's probably both, let's be honest. So, with that out of the way, let's get on with the topic of this video, and that's going to regard the new stratagem item called the anti-tank mines. Now, this thing has been, I don't want to say available because it has not been available to use. It's been like an option for, oh, hey, if we complete this milestone as a community, we'll be able to unlock this one item for everyone to use. And we had community goals and challenges to work towards for like the quasar cannon, and we had like the heavy machine gun, for example, that we all worked for, and like the exosuit, for example, which is still pretty awesome. But now there has been a, I don't want to say a massive dip in the effort department, because there are a lot of people that are still playing Helldivers 2. There are literally over 100,000 players still playing this game. So clearly, there are a lot of people still working together as a community and as a team, and we are still working together here. But of course, with this new anti-tank personnel landmine community challenge, I guess is the best term for it, we have failed this for a third time, at least for what I'm aware of. Now, I don't know if it's because we do not want this item, or we do want this item, but we just haven't pushed hard enough. Now, those are the two conclusions I drew together. I don't know if it's because we don't have enough manpower to complete the objective so we can get this new community item so everyone else can use it, or there are just people that are realizing, you know what? Why do we really need this item when we have fire landmines and the normal landmines? So why would we need the anti-tank mines when most of us are just fighting the bugs instead of the robots? At least those are the two conclusions I can draw. Now, the landmines in this game, they're a pretty solid defense item. I get that, but this is the way I see the landmines. If we're not doing one of those defense missions where we're, I guess, either escorting civilians or trying to wipe out a certain amount of bugs, in like that defense mission where we just eradicate a certain amount of enemies before we extract, or if we're just trying to, I guess, launch a nuke towards the enemy headquarters, I don't really see a reason to really use this landmine. Personally, I've been mostly using the Eagle Cluster Airstrike the most, and I've been using the Orbital Rail Cannon to deal with the heavier enemies, and sometimes I use the normal Eagle Airstrike just to get rid of the hives. But if you're playing with a group of friends or like a group of random people, then you can have a bit of strategizing with them and just be like, oh, hey, we might need to bring this item, aka the fire landmines, just in case if we're dealing with tougher enemies like the shrimpy enemies that have armor plates on their heads, or if we're dealing with like chargers, or if we're dealing with like annoying bulky robots, for example, then maybe we could set them on fire, deal extra damage, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But however, besides from that, I mean, this community goal for trying to unlock the anti-tank mines has been pushed back so many times, and it's gotten to a point where, at least for me at least, where I started thinking, like, does the community really want this item, or are we just not that interested in it and we're just skipping out on these items intentionally because we know they're not going to be as beneficial? But other than that, I mean, hopefully we unlock these anti-tank landmines sooner than later because democracy does depend on this item and we do need to work together to get these anti-tank mines for the future of democracy so we can either blow up those robotic tanks that are driving us crazy or maybe we get to blow up some annoying chunky ass charger enemies that have been driving us like crazy because they keep ramming into us and we get to blow them up with the anti-tank mine for the laughs maybe. Hopefully we'll get this community challenge done sooner than later because like I already said, democracy and the fate of Super Earth does depend on this. So with this being said, thank you everyone for watching and for listening, and until next time, I'm talking about the anti-tank mines being pushed back, and I'll see you all later.